today's the day. The Imp is going. Now, it's sad, but it's also good because, to be honest, I could have fixed this. I could have put the time and effort into it, but as you'll know, I already have another one sitting locked away in a container, which means a lot more to me. But this, someone else can enjoy it. Now, I have had it for over a month now, I think. But someone wants it. It's going up to Scotland, which is exactly where the new cars come in. So I've done a deal. I've literally just done a straight swap with this car. And the guys come in at like 1:30, 2. It's about 11:30 now. So yeah, that's the end of the road for this one. I've literally loaded the front of the car with all the parts and stuff that came with the car. Rear bumpers in here, rear valance is on the back seat. Yeah, everything is there. And also, I still haven't pumped up these tyres since the day I pumped them up, and it still rolls. I think that is absolutely incredible. But yeah, now the waiting game. Right, so the Imp's gone, and my new car is here. I'm gonna show you. Third gen Prelude. 4-wheel steer. Not the best condition, I'll be honest. There's a lot of things missing and wrong with this car. Number one, apparently the hood latch doesn't work, so it's held down with a cable tie. It's been sat for many years because it's got loads of spider webs. There's no air filter. There's no oil cap. It's also missing a wiper arm. It's missing the speaker grills. It's missing a rear wiper. Yeah, some of you might be thinking, what on earth have you done? I'm on the fence about it as well, don't worry. The brakes don't work. So I put my foot on the pedal and it went all the way to the floor and then rock hard, and it like sort of worked, but it sort of didn't. Yeah. But there is one good thing about it. It runs and it drives. There's also no exhaust. I don't know if that's just from the manifold or what. Nice. This is an early B series, non-VTEC. This is a B20 A7. So it's got a good engine in it. It's a 2 litre. It's got a custom intake. The 4-wheel steer does work. I'm going to show you this now. It's proper weird. I'll be honest, I feel like that has a little bit of a mind of its own, so I'm not sold on that. Yeah. You're probably thinking, why on earth did you do that? I really like Hondas. Hondas are one of my favorite vehicles to own. Every single Honda I've had has been cool, and I was yet to own a Prelude because these are pretty hard to come by, and only one can really, you know, set you back a few pennies. Obviously, this hasn't cost me anything yet to own it, other than the Imp, which I've already purchased for a decent price anyway. So this is pretty good in some aspects. So this car does have some redeeming features. Number one, it has a full black interior. Everything is there. Door cards are good, seats good, everything's good. And it's a manual. That's the best bit. The reason it's good that it's a manual is obviously because it's a manual, but to be fair, pretty much most Hondas of this era, especially like Preludes and Accords and even Civics really, a lot of them are automatic. Like you'll see a lot of automatic Hondas out there, which is annoying when you're trying to find a good one. Luckily this one is already manual. Yeah, happy about that. It's on 83,000 miles. It has cruise control. It has sunroof. It has electric mirrors, electric windows. It has this fucking awesome head unit. I love old Alpine stuff. It's so good. Yeah, I'm gonna reverse it in now and show you the other redeeming features. I did just put a battery on it, so it didn't come with a decent battery either. Starts straight up. Oh, that spins. That's mental. Yeah, so it's Honda, as you can hear. It's very Honda-like. You can give it the Honda rev as you reverse. You could probably see the four-wheel steer working incredibly well then. Yeah. It's really not that good, is it? It's really not that good. But I can see the potential. The potential is there. Now, there's one other thing which sold me on this car. You might be looking, you might be thinking something weird about that. Now, the car is fairly high, isn't it? Yeah, the car is like really high. But there's a reason for that. There is a reason for that. It is on hydraulics, but it won't go back up now because the battery is dead. That's the main reason I bought this car. Well, I didn't even buy it, I literally straight swapped it. That looks better. Like, it doesn't matter if the car is an absolute dog. It's clearly much better now it's on the floor, isn't it? Now, you might be thinking, what on earth? Why did it lower so weird? So it's got a two-way system in it, a two-switch system, which is weird. Just there. So the one on the right lifts it, I do believe, and then the one on the left literally drops it. So I can't figure out what it's actually doing, I'll be honest. But I'll show you the install. Yeah, it dropped like that then a minute ago. So this car has been sat for ages, and well, I assume there was probably some surface rust on the ram or something. I'm not quite sure. The rams were rebuilt last year. I have an email to prove that. It was redone by Raven Hydraulics, but the hydraulics on this car were not done by Raven. They were done by John Peden, who lives in Ireland. He builds a lot of cool cars. I've followed him on Instagram for quite a few years. And he actually built this car, or at least put it on hydraulics, like over 15 years ago. So this car has been about for many, many years. I'll insert some pictures here about what it actually used to look like. So it used to have some CCW wheels, it had some ball bits on it at one point. It was a really nice car, and yeah, it's literally just been sort of neglected right now to what you see now. Yeah, as you can see, it is quite low, but in my opinion, it can be lower. So that will be changed in due time. Here we go. So it's a single pump, 4 accumulators. It's got a cylinder, like valve block sort of thing down here. Obviously all the lines go here, there, everywhere. I don't like this. This is a big no-no. You've got to put some grommets or something on the side of those hoses. I know these are pretty beefy, but you can probably see there already. It's had some marks on it. So, got to sort that out. There is not an oil cap on the, like the fluid. This bit here is where all the fluid is. And there's supposed to be a cap there, and we clearly don't have a cap. And this is very common with hydraulics. You get a spare wheel well full of hydraulic oil. So that is absolutely everywhere. So these are accumulators. I've never had accumulators, but every time I see hydraulics in America or anywhere else, this is what they use. Now in the UK, you might have seen something different, which is a spring box. Now that's their Raven's hydraulic system. That's a UK thing. Nowhere else in the world does a spring box, and they sort of work, but they sort of don't work. They're really stiff. But these, as far as I'm aware, the more you turn this is like a dampening adjuster, so you can dampen adjust every single one of these. So you literally just wind it off like you would like a BC coilover where you adjust the dampening. This is your hardness and stiffness. So if I go, ooh, that just spun off. Yeah, there you go. Sorry, there's a cap on there, and you adjust it with this Allen key, which is yeah, it's funky stuff. So the way that this works, obviously fluid is in the pump, and that goes into this valve block here, and then that goes into this. So this is full of nitrogen and fluid, so they fight against each other, and that's what gives you a ride quality. And obviously that then tees off to each corner, which is why there's 4 of these, so you can literally adjust each individual corner like you would a coilover. That is traditionally how hydraulics are. So people in the UK give hydraulics a bad rep because of these spring boxes that are floating about, but I've been told by many people that these actually ride so much better than a spring box, but I've actually never tried them, so I'm keen to figure out or try out what these actually drive like as opposed to a spring box, because I've had a couple of cars with spring boxes in the past. My Lupo, I've had a Polo, I've had a Legend, a Honda Legend. I'll put the pictures up. Yeah, those had spring boxes. They're okay, but I'm excited to try this. But there might be some stuff that I need to sort out prior to that. Even if this car ends up being like junk, which I doubt it, like it's got loads of potential. I can see the potential in it, even if it is looking really rough and it's missing loads of bits. I will get it back to its former glory. But that's the fan out of this. Why is it doing that? No, it's not. Here it is. Wow, the fan's going off, and for some reason I don't know. It's another thing to look at. If it all goes terribly wrong, I do have a Honda Accord at home, which these hydraulics will go perfectly on. Which I don't want to take it off here, because I think this will be cool. So in the grand scheme of things, my theory was it needed some paint and wheels and put it through an MOT. But it's very clear that it needs quite a little bit more than that. It needs an oil cap, it needs a wiper arm, it needs an air filter, it needs the hydraulics looking at, it needs the exhaust. It also needs the brakes doing, because there was no brake pressure. There was like no brake pressure at all. Handbrake works. There is brakes in the back of the car. I didn't show you that. There is brakes in the back of the car. Disc, maybe some pads there. Full service history, and then all the trims are in the back here, which is so good because that would be a nightmare to find. So this should be up. Right, we're up. This should be up on the front. Oh. It's not doing anything. So this is down. Oh, fucking hell, man. That is supposed to light up red. That's supposed supposed to light up red. Whoa! That went down at the back there, and it's like, oh, I can see what's happened now. See, look, that's come on now. It wasn't on before. Oh, that's just dropped the back. So that lifts the front, and that drops the back. And this, ooh. See, there's some wiring issue there. Oh, there we go. That lifted the front then. It's lifting the front. Yeah, there's some wiring issue. So yeah, to get these hydraulics working properly in a satisfactory manner that I am happy with, we're going to need to redo the hydraulics on the wiring anyway. My friend Callum, he makes switch boxes, so I'm not too worried about that. He made one for my Legend, and many other people have had switch boxes from him in the past, and he's very, very clever when it comes to electrics. So to probably eliminate all the shit, I'm just going to get a switch box off Callum, and that should be good. I'll put his Instagram up here because he's a really clever guy, and you can probably buy a switch box from him if you want one as well. Ignition on. Car starts. Oh. Starts. Turn it off. Oh, the fan's on. Okay, let me just take the key out. The fan is still on. I love cars like this, man. Ready? Let me turn the ignition on. Oh, it's turned off. Great. Good. Really, really helpful. Thank you. I don't know if you can see that. Something's on fire. What is that? Is it overheating? Maybe the fan does need to be on. There, that smells hot. What's the temperature saying? Ugh. Oh, fuck, it is hot. For fuck's sake. Oh. It didn't even smell that hot. Oh. I should have probably add that to the list of bad things. Oh, fun. So, I jacked up on the passenger side before I filmed it overheating. And the hydraulics like jumped up. Let's see if it does it on the driver's side now. It jumped up before then. It's not very helpful. You can see that the rams are new, so that they haven't even been driven on. They were a little bit stiff. They've probably not been used for a while, and that's why. Yeah, obviously this is a hydraulic ram. If you've never seen one, it's just goes in place of where your strut would go, and fluid obviously comes out of the top mount, and this goes over to the accumulators in the boot that I was talking about earlier. Yeah, this is exactly the same as what my Legend was, which is good in one sense, and on the other it's bad because I know how much it took to get the car properly laying on the floor, and I want the car to properly lay on the floor. Spindle, that needs to be chopped down, because if you look here, is that it's been touching there and there, so the arm, upper control arm, goes up, hits there, and that is literally right here. If you shorten the spindle, like you take an inch out of here, that brings the arm down here, so then the car will naturally lower itself even more. So it's got one of these spindles front and rear, so that is something that I am going to do, chop the spindles all around and get it lower. Because to be honest, I've not seen a single Prelude as low as this one's going to be. I know that for sure. If you've seen any really low Preludes, send them my way. If I don't reply, it's because it's not low enough. No hard feelings, but it's true. So yeah, there's the things I want to do to it is obviously paint it and get the paint good again. There's a couple of blemishes and stuff all over it. I did notice this earlier. That's annoying. The car's been sat for ages, so it needs a good polish. But there's a couple of marks on it that I think, is it worth painting that? But at this point, it's like nearly respraying the whole car. So I might just try and minimize the paint stuff. It's also missing a front badge. I hate the fact that it's missing a front badge. That really, really winds me up. Like something chronic. Is it missing something here? Obviously a number plate. But is there a little grill that goes in there that covers it up? Because that's ugly. Is there like a number plate delete panel that could be put in there? I'm not sure. If you know, let me know. I want to know if there's like a glass bung I could put in there, because that is pretty ugly. Parcel shelf grills, I need those. Obviously the switch box. Obviously I then need to get it loads lower. And then I want to put small wheels on it. Every single Prelude I've seen on the internet has 15, 16 or 17s. And I'm yet to see one that has 14s on it. And I guarantee the reason no one's put 14s on it is because they've not got a low one. So yeah, maybe that is why. I don't know. But yeah, you could say that I've got a project on my hands. Let me know what you think about it, because I really like it. Obviously, it is a little more work than I imagined. Let me know what I should do to it. Oh, I just noticed. If you're getting things painted, you might as well paint that, right? This is the problem with getting things painted. It's always in your head that you might as well just do the lot. Hey, you're not wrong. You might as well just do the lot. Pain. So yeah, put it down in the comments if I made a terrible decision. Put it down in the comments if I've made a great decision. I don't know if it comes up in camera here. Oh, is it gonna come up on camera? There's literally like a paint line here. This is silver and that's like black. It is what it is, isn't it? Look on the seals. Oh, look, you can see how long it's been sat. It's literally green. Look how shallow the chassis rails are. They are in line with these pinch welds, pretty much. I mean, they're a little tiny bit lower, but like not loads. This car can literally lay on the floor if it really wanted to. Interesting. It is loads bigger than the Imp as well. I've tried to end this video loads of times, but I keep looking at it. It looks really cool. It's really shallow to the ground. Like the roof line is literally like pretty much my waist. Just like that. So it is low, but it needs to be loads lower. Obviously, this is like, my kneecap is like over here. It's cool. Needs a badge. Yeah, I like it. Get rid of that sun strip as well. Sun strips are for the forbidden. Anyway, I'm literally rambling on. I've tried to end this video like 3 times now, as you can probably tell, but yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.